What's going on, guys? In this video, I wanted to talk about what men can learn from the fact that it came out that Kylie Jenner was lying about being a billionaire. Before we get into that, my name's Keith. I made this channel to help men create their ideal lives through self-mastery. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos because I put out new videos every single day. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, this might seem like kind of a random topic for me to be covering, but I actually watched this video and I'm going to link to it in the description box. It's from Forbes. Forbes had put Kylie Jenner on the cover of Forbes magazine claiming she was a billionaire a year or so ago. And it comes out that she was lying about being a billionaire, and so they made this video talking about the specifics about that. If you're interested, you can click that below. But I was watching the video, and it just really occurred to me this point that we all need to get hammered home to us. This video really isn't even about Kylie as much as it is this giant point, and that is that we have got to stop glorifying celebrity culture here, people. This stuff is a total mess. The culture is completely awry, okay? If you live in America, or really anywhere, honestly, but in America, I know more than any other country, so I can talk about America. We've got rising suicide rates. People are not happy. People are addicted to drugs. The family unit is falling apart. Like, all the establishments of our culture throughout time, religion and belief in God, all these things are collapsing before our eyes. And then we sit in our cars and we listen to rap songs that spend the whole time talking about popping pills and fucking the next man's girl and all this shit. And you just vibe along to this like it's all cool and shit, and then watch the whole world's like, everything that worked in our society is kind of like breaking down around us, right? And we just turn a blind eye to this because we're idolizing these celebrities who at the end of the day are humans just like us. And I have a tremendous amount of empathy for big-time celebrities because a lot of people hate on them for no reason. And that's why I said this video really isn't about Kylie Jenner. It's just about this giant point. But the real thing to think about here is this culture clearly doesn't work because Kylie Jenner, who's like the top of the culture, I guess you could say, she's got all this money, all this power. Apparently the only thing she can't have in the entire world is the Forbes list, and she's still lying about it, trying to impress people outside of herself. So she's clearly not happy about something. She's trying to make other people think something about her because she's still not good with herself on the inside. So it doesn't matter how high up you climb up this worldly cultural ladder, how much money you get, how much fame you get, how many Instagram followers you get, you're still not going to be happy with that kind of stuff. You got to be good with you regardless, okay? This whole culture is really just built on ego and getting external validation from other places rather than feeling validated by yourself, right? That's why we got to wear designer clothes. Everyone's obsessed with the brand they have. Everyone's obsessed with the car they drive. It's got to be this specific brand car. People literally buy fake Instagram followers to give them likes on their posts, or they'll buy fake YouTube subscribers and all this kind of stuff, or fake clothes, editing their pictures. Everyone's constantly doing this stuff to get other people to think they're a certain way when they're really not, and it's not making anybody happy at the end of the day. It's stupid. I heard this really, really good quote. It said that the ego values quantity, whereas the soul values quality. And I think this is a perfect explanation of what's going on in our society. Is everything is ego driven, all right? Which means quantity. How much of everything can I get? So when it comes to women, for example, men, it's all about how many girls can we sleep with, right? That's the number. It's this barometer. We're going to turn sex into like a game, basically, like where we're competing on scorecards and things like that. Like, how many girls can you sleep with? What's the hottest girl you've slept with? It's all this big game to make you feel validated by doing this other thing. Or money. How much money can I stack up? Or this brand that I'm wearing, or this car that I'm driving. And it's not necessarily bad if you do some of these things, right? Like, if you really like a piece of clothing and you like it, go get it. Or if you like a Ferrari, I love Ferraris, I'm gonna buy a Ferrari, go get your Ferrari, that's fine. But the whole thing of like, let me buy all these things, let me do all these things so that other people think I'm a certain way, like Kylie Jenner in this instance. Let me lie to the Forbes list about being a billionaire so that people think I'm a billionaire. People think I'm this great financier, basically. I'm this great business mogul, you know what I'm saying? it's like, why are we constantly trying to get other people to tell us how great we are? And it's because we don't feel it within ourselves. And I think we would all do ourselves a really big favor to take a step back and get more in touch with ourselves and disconnect from the culture. This was one of the best things I ever did, was just disconnecting from this culture, turning off Instagram for several months and not listening to the same kind of music, really focusing on what's going into your mind. If you're paying attention and living vicariously through all these celebrity kind of figures, whoever it is that's your favorite celebrity, you're not really that in tune with yourself, and they're telling you what you should be thinking about things. So then you're going to go act those things out without really consciously knowing why you're doing it. The music that you listen to all day is programming you. So if you're listening to the type of music that glorifies having affairs and taking another man's girl or popping pills and all these things, you are an accessory to the collapse of our culture, because you are ingraining it in your brain, and whether or not you realize it, you're going to change your behavior based on this kind of stuff that you're listening to all day, because you're just going to get comfortable with hearing it all the time. This is why places like Nazi Germany was obsessed with the propaganda industry. They had to make sure that all the propaganda made people hate Jewish people and all these different things, and glorified Hitler and all this kind of stuff, because they knew that the media had a huge impact on the way people perceived things. So you watch this culture and then you start doing things that aren't in your best interest. Disconnect from the culture for a little while. So what I said about the ego values quantity and the soul values quality, well, what's the quality side of things? Quality in a relationship, for example, is a committed relationship for a long time that builds on itself and grows and develops, whereas, like I said, the ego is about how many girls can I sleep with. Quality when it comes to income isn't about a specific number for the ego. It's about a specific lifestyle that you feel fulfilled by, and doing so in a meaningful way, right? So you can think of it this way too, like when it comes to things that you're worried about quantity for, you have an insatiable appetite when it comes to quantity, right? So you get $100,000 and now you need $200,000, or you get 1,000 likes on an Instagram post, now you want 1,200 likes on an Instagram post, whatever it is, or you've had sex with 10 girls, now you want to have sex with 20 girls. It's this insatiable appetite, and as soon as you hit the goal that you're trying to get in the quantity game, you feel unfulfilled again and you have to chase the next one. Whereas with quality, it's like a constant unfolding into a better feeling state of being, right? Like a relationship that you build over 40 years with the same person. That's a relationship where it's quality after a year, it's deeper after 2 years, then 5, then 10, then 20, then 30, then 40, and its quality has improved the whole time, and there wasn't this lull and this drop off where it was like you had to catch the next high. It's a constant unfolding of a feeling of fulfillment. It's a much richer feeling, right? So guys, like I said, this to me is a big issue in our society, is this obsession with celebrity. And Instagram has really screwed with this too, because everybody can pretend like they're a celebrity now when they have absolutely no credentials to do so. Like the biggest pet peeve I have is people who put public figure in their Instagram bio. It's the most narcissistic thing I've ever seen in my life. But guys, really stop glorifying celebrity culture. Start getting in touch with you and what you think's true, because like I said, these people are people just like us. They're going to make mistakes. I don't think Kylie Jenner is any different than any other person for what she did. Most people are kind of like that. They're faking their lives, right? But we got to stop doing it, because nobody's happy when they do it. Get in touch with you, own who you are, love who you are, and just figure out your own truth and stop listening to what the celebrities tell you should think. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up so I can reach more people with my message. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss tomorrow's video, and I'll talk soon.